Hurdle over and unders are a good dynamic drill that can also be utilized as an assessment. I will look at these as an assessment for people with hip, knee, and ankle issues as well as low back. From the front view, one thing I like to look at is how well are they stabilizing on the plant leg? Are they keeping their shoulders and pelvis relatively parallel to each other? Are they opening up with their hips? Are they able to abduct and externally rotate on this leg? And when they are standing and stabilizing on this right leg in this example, are they keeping their trunk relatively upright, or do they have to lean significantly to the one side? The other thing too to kind of point out is with these hurdle over and unders is oftentimes what happens is athletes will definitely do it with their lead leg, but they tend to just kind of like drag the back leg through. So you want to make sure that they're doing the same thing on this. So there's always kind of a hurdle in between their legs, and you want to look for the same kinds of things. Are they abducting, externally rotating? Are they able to stabilize well on this side as the trunk staying upright? Or do they have to compensate with those different types of activities? Now when they go down and go under their hurdle, you want to kind of watch for how they shift. So you can see how he's putting his left leg out. He's putting the majority of his weight on his right leg in this case. And how low do they get their butt? So you can see that in this case, I may want him to go just a little bit lower with his butt because his trunk is leaning forward just a little bit, which is having to make him hold his head up more upright. I mean, if they're like a defensive player, you want them to be able to see the offensive player in front of them. You want them to be able to see the sport that's going on so that they can react. I always have them do it the way that they naturally do it. And then I may or may not give them some cueing. You got to be careful about forcing people to do movements that they can't tolerate. Some people just can't get down very low, so then you try to accommodate them. It's important for them to keep their center mass in a good position so that they can change position. If you tell him to get lower and all he does is lower his shoulders, his center mass goes a little bit lower, but he's also in a much less advantageous athletic position, which is going to give him a disadvantage as an athlete. And so you don't want to do that. From the side view, you want to look for similar things. How parallel is the trunk to the shin? Is that important? Are they in a good athletic position? Are they able to transition out of those types of positions? So you can see here is he keeps his shoulders facing forward, his hips facing forward, and he abducts and externally rotates with his hip only, and he keeps his leg in a relatively upright position. So a lot of things to look for here, a lot of things that you can just look at and see, do they move athletically? Are there things that I maybe want to intervene with if I'm a coach or a rehab professional? And maybe these are just dynamic drills to eventually have them work on and improving their overall athletic ability. All right, everyone, take care.